This Saturday, Triple G and Canelo Alvarez will face each other finally for a third time. The 17th of September is the date where someone is going to attempt to provide separation between these two warriors and who's the best of their day. Let's talk. Merriam-Webster's definition of trilogy is a series of 3 dramas or literary works, or sometimes 3 musical compositions that are closely related and develop a single theme. Interestingly, this applies to boxing as well, as we are going to witness the third fight between Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez this coming Saturday, September 17th. This will be the third act of a drama. Literally, works that were compositions that seemed incomplete. The consensus has been, with the outcomes, that the winner may not have won, the draw may not have been. So this third fight is supposed to complete the process and give us a definitive victor. Is it possible? Will we get the opportunity to see some sort of final conclusion between these two combatants? There is no love lost between the two. Gennady Golovkin has sought this rematch for years. He has wanted Canelo since their last fight, which took place in September of 2018. That's how long he's been waiting. Now, in the interim, fighters like Sergey Derevyanchenko, Serge Murata have proved to not have enough to get the victory over Triple G. And Alvarez, who in that fight seemingly lost a majority decision, but many people felt like he won, others felt like Triple G won. Alvarez is bringing his record of 57-2 with 2 draws with 39 KOs, matching up against Golovkin's 42, 1 loss, 1 draw with 37 KOs. Who will be able to provide the separation here? Alvarez's recent fight, which saw him lose to Dmitry Bivol in an unexpected turn, he thought hard about what his next step would be and elected to go back and run it back against Gennady Golovkin. This could prove to be a mistake, because just as he sought the wrong vine to pluck a cherry from, Dmitry Bivol, he may be reaching into a more ravenous vine, or vineyard, should I say, against Gennady. Gennady has wanted this third bout for a number of years and has really talked only Canelo. It has burned deep inside of him. He's wanted this third fight. He wants to be able to shut the naysayers up. He wants to be able to put the mark on Alvarez's record. We do know that Alvarez is not one to run it back very much. And it's very interesting that he waited this long to come back at Triple G, who's now 40 years old. Will that make a difference? Will the elder statesman be able to turn back the clock? All based on seeking his revenge. It's probable. Boxing and boxing's history shows us that when men come together in classic trilogy matches, something takes place over the 3 bouts. Usually there's a controversial decision, a draw mixed in, or a lopsided decision, and then something happens. Someone decides to do something a little bit different and make adjustments for the 3rd go round. Will that be the case this time? I truly believe so. Gennady Golovkin, who was known as a plodding puncher in the middleweight division and has banged out his share of opponents, can still box. And it may be his boxing skills that are called to mind when these men face each other. We will see whether the motivation factor will pull into this fight. I'm a firm believer that that very well may be the case. Canelo, who has to bounce back from the loss to Bivol, has more pressure in this fight. He's tried to build it up as something of a grudge match, that he has disdain for Golovkin. Well, that has to translate into the action in the ring. And if he watched Golovkin's last match against Murata, he may have saw that Murata had success when going to Golovkin's body. Golovkin looked as an aging fighter does, weary when the body punches came. And body punching happens to be a forte of Canelo Alvarez's, but not so fast. To make the type of adjustments necessary, Golovkin may lure Canelo into engaging in close proximity, mid-range to inside. This may be the type of grudge match where the men decide to see who has the more greater steel resolve. And if that happens to be the case, then I believe that Canelo is not primed for this type of fight at this time. He needs a victory that we call like a sweatless victory. He needs to be able to get in there, get his pound of flesh, be successful, get up out of there. Will Gennady give him that opportunity? I think not. I think Gennady is going to be poised to box, punch when necessary, and be aggressive at moments. Not the entire fight, not fight off of that type of energy, but to provide a sense of schooling, so to speak. That is if he's as intelligent a fighter that I think he truly is. Canelo may try to be witty, slick even, trapped with certain punches, feints, but that's not what's going to award him the victory. He needs to be a technician in there. He needs to be a little bit mobile. And we know his wheels are losing air. Will he be able to do this? Or will these two once again come to a situation where it's very inconclusive and will be another draw? We don't want that. But even as it goes, will these two men decide to be friends after 3 times facing one another? Some of the best friendships have formed out of champions, warriors from the sport, battling against one another. Will these two men be able to do that for each other? We'll have to see on Saturday. But I do believe, more than anyone, that Gennady Golovkin has a real good chance here, and Canelo may be showing signs of improper decisions and choices being made in his career coming back to haunt him. What do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Those are my sentiments coming into this fight. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.